poor man and the rich neighbor. Once a poor man was married to a beautiful woman. They lived happily and never quarreled. The husband loved his wife and the wife loved him, but they had a rich, handsome neighbor who was fascinated by the wife's beauty. He wanted to marry her and thought to himself, I must have her. One day, the rich man went to the wife and said, You're a beautiful woman, but your clothes are old. Why doesn't your husband buy you new clothes? If he truly loved you, he would. Divorce him and marry me. I'll give you beautiful clothes and make you the most beautiful woman in the land. The wife frowned and replied, I don't want to divorce my husband. He loves me and I love him. But the rich man didn't give up. He returned every day, repeating the same words. Eventually, the wife started to doubt. Why doesn't my husband buy me new clothes? She thought. Maybe he doesn't love me as much as he says. That night she said to her husband, Look at my clothes. They are old and ugly. I want new ones. Why don't you buy me new clothes? Her husband smiled and said, You are the most beautiful woman in the world to me. You don't need new clothes. But the wife insisted, If you love me, buy me a new dress. The poor man thought for a moment. I have little money, he said, but I want my wife to be happy. The next day he went to the market and bought a beautiful dress for his wife. When he gave it to her, she was overjoyed. Thank you, my dear husband, she said. Now I know you love me. Later, the rich man came to see her. I see you have a new dress, he said, but clothes alone aren't enough. A good husband gives his wife gold. Where is your gold necklace and your rings? The wife began to wonder again. Why doesn't my husband buy me gold? She thought. The next day, she said to her husband, You bought me new clothes, but where is my gold jewelry? If you love me, you should give me gold. The poor man was worried. He had already spent all his money. I'll visit my brother, he thought. Maybe he will lend me some money. The next day, he borrowed money from his brother and bought gold jewelry for his wife. When the wife saw the jewelry, she was thrilled. Thank you, my dear husband. Now I know you truly love me. But the rich man kept coming. Where is the miracle? He asked. A husband who truly loves his wife can make miracles happen. Can your husband do that? The wife, confused, said, What do you mean? My husband cannot make miracles. The rich man smiled and said, I can. If you love me, I will make miracles for you. All you have to do is leave your husband and marry me. The wife was torn. That night she said to her husband, I want a miracle. Can you make one for me? Her husband looked sad. A miracle? I can't make miracles, he said, but I love you. The wife replied, Then you don't love me as much as the rich man does. Her husband, desperate, prayed to God. Please help me, Lord, he said. I love my wife and I want to keep her. Please help me make a miracle. That day, a wizard appeared and gave the poor man 2 magical sticks. If you touch someone with the first stick, they will turn into a donkey. The second stick will turn them back into a human. The poor man took the sticks and hurried home. Wife, he called, I have a miracle to show you. The wife came outside, and the husband touched her with the first stick. She immediately turned into a donkey. The husband smiled and used the second stick to change her back. See, he said, a miracle. The wife was amazed. That's incredible. How did you do that? I prayed to God and he helped me, the husband explained. Now I'm going to punish the rich man for trying to steal you from me. The next day the wife went to the rich man's house. She touched him with the first stick and instantly he turned into a donkey. She took him to the fields where her husband worked. The poor man saw the donkey and laughed. Now I can finish the work, he said. The rich man worked hard for many years, carrying heavy loads. As time passed, the poor man became richer. One day, he looked at the donkey, which was now old and tired. Feeling sorry for it, he used the second stick to turn the donkey back into a human. The rich man was old and bent. The poor man said, "You tried to take my wife from me. Don't ever do that again." The rich man, ashamed, went away and never returned. The poor man and his wife lived happily together for many more years.